Hey everyone, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are basically regrouping on my KIDCORE theme. So I was noticing that I was kind of hating the layout as I was progressing it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I wasn't using the road design that I really wanted to use. So I went back to an older design that I was using previously, and I've decided to kind of change my plan on this island. So I have been binging cartoon movies with my toddler for the last 2 days, and while watching these movies I got really inspired by the idea of a KIDCORE aesthetic set in the New York City vibe. So this is kind of where we're going now, towards the KIDCORE island. Yes, I'm having to redo basically every progress that I had done, but it's worth it to me if I have a layout that I'm actually really enjoying and I'm able to put my heart into my builds. And I basically will restart a theme. It is known for me to do this on my Instagram. People see me do it a lot. I basically will restart a theme until I'm happy with it. When I created my first Japanese island, I actually restarted that island about 10 times. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm really picky on my layout, and I want my islands to always have my 100%. I refuse to release an island that I didn't put my full 100% into, etc. So now I am restarting it, and I'm actually really happy with how the layout is flowing. A lot of these codes that I'm using on the island, for example, the yellow road line add-on, the apartment buildings, etc., are created by me. So if you are wanting to do a similar island theme with me, then head over to my MA code, and I'll have the other codes too in the video's description, exception of the sidewalk code to the road that I'm using. My friend GUMITTO made these, and she has her main road already released, so I will go ahead and add that MA code to the video's description. But for the sidewalk, this was inspired by Colin Crossing on Instagram, and she is not ready to release this quite yet, but I promise in the future it will be released. So in the meantime, if you are wanting this code, definitely be patient and don't go, spam her Instagram messages asking for the code. It will be released eventually, but I just wanted to go ahead and put that disclaimer in. Two more important things I'm adding as we work on my island is a lot of my shop designs are made by TROPIKITCH and at its MLAW on Instagram. Both of them are linked in the video's description along with the creator codes. These are two of my great friends, so if you have an Instagram account, be sure to go give them a follow and go give them some love on their posts. They are both super talented, and they have made this KIDCORE aesthetic that I'm trying to go for a reality. I could have not done this theme without their help because I had a very specific style in mind, one that has not been done yet. So when it's not done yet, you don't have access to any codes. So they have been making me, and they've had some codes in the past made that have worked great for this theme. So I literally could have not done this island without their help. Once I finish this island, I'm hoping to continue a Japanese island that I started. And if I'm not ready mentally for that, basically what I mean by that is I flip-flop my themes a lot. So I will try different aesthetics until I find one that speaks with me. Sometimes I have a theme ready to go, but I don't feel ready for it, so I'll do something else. The KIDCORE is one of those great examples. I was working on said fall Japanese island, and then MLAW was like, hey, I can make those designs for you. And so then I was like, oh, guess I'm doing a KIDCORE theme. So we ended up doing the KIDCORE island. And I've had a lot of people on my YouTube channel wanting a KIDCORE theme, but I wanted to do a very specific style as mentioned earlier. So it has just took me a little bit to kind of like prep for that. And once this is finished, again, I would love to do that fall Japanese island if I'm ready for it. I also want to do a couple other islands. I would love to do some winter themes, not Christmas, but I would love to do like a winter city, etc. I also want to do naturals again in the future, but I just don't know if I'm ready for said naturals. CITYCORE has honestly stolen my heart. It is something that feels very personal to me, so I feel like I'm gonna be always focusing on CITYCORE stuff now, but I would still love to do maybe a couple of naturals when the time is right. So another thing I want to add is, if you've been following me for a while, you kind of know what my general idea and plan with this KIDCORE theme is going to be. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much, first of all, for coming to my channel. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. I started my channel about 7 months ago. I was transitioning over from being a Facebook streamer. So definitely support me if you haven't yet. It would truly mean a lot. I'm trying to grow my channel, and it's been a really great process so far. And I sure hope that you also join my Discord community, which is linked in the video's description. We have a great community, lots of awesome people, and we also have treasure islands that you can raid for free to get your dream island. So definitely go join that community if you haven't yet. I promise you will not regret it. But anyways, my plan for this island is to do a very nostalgic, colorful city, heavily focused on the cartoons that we grew up with, and also do some NPC inspired builds. So basically, I had a pizza planet, that is from Toy Story, made by MLAW, and I'm planning to put that back onto this new build that I've started after restarting, obviously, again. And I'm doing a lot of things inspired by cartoons from Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, etc. So if there's something you're hoping to see on this island, if the design slot space allows it, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to recreate it. I'm honestly really hoping on the direct they'd be like, hey, we're gonna give you 300 more custom design spots. I don't know, but I'm really hoping for that, because a lot of my ideas don't happen because of the design space limitations. I'm also hoping for more items to kind of like make my island a little more personal. So hopefully we get some good stuff on the direct coming up. But anyways, I will just be building on my island during this video. Nothing too specific. I'm not quite sure actually what is going to happen, because I'm recording this audio before even starting said build. So whatever you're seeing, that's what we ended up doing. But I want to progress it, and I'm also going to be obviously showing you the progress and layout that I have. And I'm just really enjoying the flow of this already. As mentioned on my last video, I really want to do like a carnival area. So I am making a boardwalk spot that is inspired by my friend TROPIKITCH on the left side of my island. And I'm hoping to do like a little carnival tent area, etc. if space allows. So basically that's kind of like my plan right now. I thought it'd be really cool. I feel like a carnival spot is a staple for KIDCORE, because I mean, as a kid, I enjoyed going to fairs and carnivals. So it's kind of like a personal thing for me. So I want to be able to put that on this island. We're obviously going to be making a school again. I noticed that my school was having some layout issues being on the edge of my map, so I'm hoping to relocate this now into the middle of my map. And I'm hoping to still follow the layout of a kid's play mat. That is something I mentioned on my last video, and there will be similarities to that still. Actually, my entry still is very similar. The only difference is I just replaced some of the designs with angles. So it is still a very similar layout, but just with some big minor changes, I guess. And I'm also really excited too, because I made a train code and now I can finally use it. So I think I'm going to turn my plaza into a train station. That is the plan for now. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and just, hang out with me as I build today. And I hope that this brings inspo to someone maybe wanting to do a KIDCORE theme, but maybe the current KIDCORE style just isn't for you. Hopefully this new take on this aesthetic will bring inspo, and I can see some new KIDCORE things pop up on the Instagram and YouTube community. So right now I am prepping this awkward area on my island for a hot dog stand that's actually created by TROPIKITCH. So again, her MA will be provided in the video's description. And I thought that this would be perfect because not only is Ketchup on my island, but this is really close towards where my boardwalk is going to be. So having a hot dog stand this close to it is actually really ideal. I want to do several little mini stand areas near the boardwalk that we just prepped. So this actually ends up working really great. And as you notice, there's not really that many CIDCORE builds yet that has happened on this island. So I'm hoping that showing you this layout can kind of give you an idea that your CIDCORE builds do not have to be super close together. This is not only going to help with your island with the lag that you get from custom design use, items, and builds in general, but it's going to make the flow of your island a lot easier to navigate. And this is something that I've learned from trial and error, because I used to clutter my CIDCORE islands very close together, and then my islands would lag quite a bit. And the layout in general wasn't as organized. And through every single city island that I've created, I've been trying my best to figure out different kind of layouts to help with flow. So again, if you are struggling with layout and just need layout inspiration, maybe this can help you. Even if you're not doing a KIDCORE theme, this layout would work pretty good for basically any city core. So you could do a Japanese theme with this, just adjust codes as needed. But as you can see, there's literally no city core builds yet, except a couple in the distance and what we're prepping right now. I want, again, this to be very easy to walk around in. And also, this is a great filler too when you're focusing on realism when you're putting these onto your city core builds, because if you really think about it, a lot of places in the world have little areas where there's maybe a cul-de-sac or there's like greenery in between a highway. So incorporating these onto your city core helps your city not only feel more realistic, but then it also fills in space, especially awkward areas, etc. So that is kind of what I'm trying to show you today on my new take towards the New York City kind of styled KIDCORE island that we have started creating today. So again, the build's layout today is completely all credit to TROPIKITCH. We're using her designs. This was the way she presented it. I'm actually really excited to use this code because I wanted to do a hot dog stand on a different island, but I had no idea how to go about it code-wise. And she was like, hey, Nora, can I use your hot dog stand idea for Ketchup? And I was like, absolutely, because now I get a design out of it. So I'm excited to finally be using this on an island. I just thought it would be really cute just in this location in general. So what she did is use those bookshelves to frame the back like a city core exterior, and then we used 2 stalls, and then we're using the standees. She did not decorate behind the standees because she wanted it to be very real looking with the bookshelf in the back side of it to blend into the standee. But if you wanted to decorate it, you could use dinnerware, you could use different items that suit like a ketchup stand or fast food stand in general. So definitely put your own twist to it if you're wanting to decorate in there. And next I'm going to be prepping some terraform right behind this, and this is actually kind of like my little addition to the build is by putting a diner neon sign on top of this. So once we get up here, I'm going to be taking the yellow wall by her and customizing the terraform's top, and then we will be putting that diner sign on top of it. Next, one of my absolute favorite things to do on my city core builds is by using any item that comes in a little goodie bag as seen as like takeout. So since we don't actually have a hot dog item, which is making me super frustrated, please Nintendo give us carnival items. I want them more than anything, and just more food items because I would love to have an actual hot dog item right now. But anyways, we're just going to use that as like a little takeout goodie bag, and then I'm just going to decorate with some diner furniture items, and then also place Ketchup's photo there because I thought it was a really cute little addition to the build itself. Next, we're going to focus on some sitting spots right after we get those items prepped. So bear with me as I'm making final adjustments before we do that. I love cluttering and making use of the diner neon signs in different angles because not only does it add illumination to your build, but it also gives the effect of more billboards throughout the island since we don't really have those. And that's another reason why I'm obsessed with putting LCD TVs on top of drink machines or snack machines. You'll see that on almost all of my city cores. It's just adding more, natural billboard effects to your island. So I do that a lot on all of my city cores. But here is how it's starting to look with all the builds coming together. I'm really excited with how this looks. I thought it was a great addition to this island in general. It also brings in more of that primary red color that I'm trying to make use of on this island, and it's not too harsh to the eyes either. So I'm very excited with how this is turning out. Just gonna prep over here a little sitting spots, and again using the cider as a dropped goodie bag, and make any final adjustments to the left side and right side of the build until I'm happy with it. So now I'm prepping some sitting areas to just fill in this open space, and I loved using the cute table set with the baby chairs, and I thought that this looked really cute together because it's not super matchy, but it also brings in more KIDCORE aspects to the island itself. And then I'm just going to decorate with some blocks on top of it. You can use obviously any decor you want, but I just thought this looked really cute. Then I'm going to make a little parking spot with tricycles over here. I'm not going to put them identically lined up. I'm just going to make it look like some kids left them there to go get some hot dogs. So that is just like one of my favorite things I've been doing on my KIDCORE island is by making little parking lot areas with the tricycles. Then I am using some newspaper code and just throwing that everywhere. I mean, it's a city, so trash will be in spots, obviously. So we're just going to decorate with those and then throw some customized scattered papers on top of those designs. And now we are nearing the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts on today's build and also what you think about this new island's layout and also what you hope to see on this build in the future. I'm really excited to share this new style of KIDCORE with you. I feel like it's not as harsh to the eyes. It's very happy and colorful, but without it being too much. I'm just really enjoying this vibe in general. Anyways, thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next video. Have a horrible day.